Welcome back, guys. This is Gabriel here with my friend Mauricio. The topic of this video is all about manipulations. What are they? What are some of the benefits? And more importantly, how you can do it safely on your own. So throughout the body, you have many joints. You have, for example, your wrist joint, you have your elbow joint, you have your shoulder joint, among many others. So these joints are very important, and when you keep them healthy, they provide a lot of mobility. When the joint is restricted, you're gonna have a hard time moving. So a manipulation, what it's gonna do, is gonna be a quick movement in a specific direction, which is going to create more mobility.
According to Kramer et al., the sound produced by a manipulation, that pop or a cavitation, is the result of gas entering the Z joint during the vacuum created when the joint surfaces are separated by the manipulation. More specifically, cavitations may be related to the elastic recoil of the synovial capsule away from the joint space as the gas enters the joint during the gapping caused by the manipulation.
So, now, what are some of the benefits of manipulations? When you go to a chiropractor or you go to a physical therapist, they are going to perform some of these maneuvers if they think it's appropriate for you to get one. Some of the benefits of manipulations include decrease of stiffness in the area that is restricted, so you can basically feel more mobile, and at the same time it can help promote psychological and pain perception in the body, therefore decreasing your pain level. However, this is only in the short term. And last but not least, it just feels good.
The following list are the absolute and relative contraindications for manipulations. In other words, when should you not get a manipulation because it may be dangerous. And so this is something that is very important that you should be aware of, not only as a patient but also as a clinician.
Let's begin with the first manipulation of the lower back, and we're going to start by getting into this position right here, legs bent, right? From here, what we're going to start doing is place the arms by your side, stretch them out, and then let your legs fall sideways until you can touch the floor. And as you heard, that was the first pop. Pretty simple, you don't have to do much here, just slowly control the leg down. Next, come back to the center. Make sure the legs are completely relaxed. And just try that again, going towards the opposite side. And let go. Now let's say that you're doing this movement and you're too tight and you're not able to get all the way to the ground. So what you may need to do then is to apply a little bit of a force with your free hand. So let's say you're here, hold onto your thigh and then press it down. And just by adding that extra pressure, you may elicit the pop or the crack. For the next technique, we're gonna also be focusing on the lower back, but this one is gonna be a little bit more dynamic. In other words, we're gonna take one leg up like this and across, right? So we're gonna come this way like that. This is something that we may have to do 3-4 times until you can loosen up the area and finally hear that pop. You can do the same thing with the opposite side. One leg flat on the floor, bend this one here, and come up and go out to the side. All right, very nice, very simple. For the next technique, you're gonna need a foam roller, and we're gonna be increasing the arch of our back by sections. So that way, every time you approach one area and you extend back, you may elicit a crack or a pop depending on how stiff you are. All right, so grab your foam roller, start on the center of your back, kind of like a little bit lower for me. Start right here in the center. You're gonna cross your arms like this and just let your upper body relax and fall all the way against the foam roller. Now, it's important that as you do that and you let go your body weight, you exhale. So breathe out like this. First, take a deep breath. And now, very good. Then roll the foam roller just slightly up. Repeat the same process. Inhale, keep your arms crossed. Exhale, and good. Roll slightly down. Now we're getting to the upper back area. Same thing. Inhale. Good. Once you get to the very upper part of your back, what you're gonna have to do is raise your hips to achieve that force on your back. So repeating the same process. Inhale, exhale, and bridge. Good. And that's it for the foam roller. This next technique is gonna use a double lacrosse ball. And this is actually my favorite method just because it has a design that allows you to place your back or your spinal processes, which are the bony prominences that you see on the center of your back, in this area, so that way they're not in constant pressure when you place your weight on top of it. And you're getting pretty much the weight right here on the round part, which it feels a little bit more specific and targeted, so that you're feeling it more and penetrating deeper muscle, deeper tissue. So same thing, let's start by placing the ball right in the center. You can consider this technique a little bit more aggressive than the other one with the foam roller, and so it may be a little bit more painful as well. Painful as far as the pressure on the muscle. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna add resistance. So I have a textbook here. I'm gonna hold it, I'm gonna cross my arms, and from here, remember, inhale, exhale, and let go all the way. And that's one session. Repeat the same process. This time scoot down a little bit more. Inhale, exhale, and relax. Very good. Roll down just slightly. Remember, once you get to that upper part, you're gonna have to bridge up at the same time. So, inhale, exhale, good. If you want to take that technique to the next level, you can start by bringing the textbook overhead. In other words, inhale, exhale, and bridge up. You can do the same thing with every section of your back. All right? Some of the adjustments that we try on the floor can be done on a chair very easily. So one of the first ones is the following. You just get into an upright posture, sitting upright, and then you want to twist the body, place one hand behind the chair like this, and just give it a nice pull until your upper body is facing the opposite way, and then release. Same thing on the other side. Here, turn, boom, release. Now, we're not doing it for a stretch necessarily. It's just a little quick movement right there. And then the other side, same thing. The next one, depending on the height of the chair that you're using for the backrest, you can accomplish it a little bit easier than others. So for me, this one has a little tall backrest, so I'm not gonna be able to achieve as much as I would like to, but essentially here's the technique. You can bring your arms behind the neck like this, and make sure you brace the legs so that they don't move, and just arch your back and lean against the chair and apply the same pressure. Good. You can also do it with the arms up like this, lean back, arch, and let go.